Contemporary opened in Margate a year ago. It had the backing of many in the arts world, including local girl Tracy M.
Well, the art gallery has certainly been a great success in terms of attracting crowds. 500,000 people have been there since it opened.
One man less than impressed at the time was art critic Brian Sewell, who called the building a shed. Well, 12 months on, we took him back to see if he's changed his mind.
Well, here we are on a blustery day in Margate in front of Turner Contemporary. Let's just first remind ourselves what you said about it 1 year ago.
The Turner Gallery looks like an industrial shed. It has some purpose as a warehouse or a factory. Perhaps you could make shredded wheat in it. It doesn't say gallery.
Does it feel like a gallery to you now you're here?
Well, I like it. That's the most important thing. The very first exhibition, all these windows were blanked out, and one wandered around in dreary gloom looking at bits of rubbish.
It does feel nice, doesn't it?
No, this feels wonderful.
This is the Turner and the Elements exhibition, so you've actually got Turner paintings at the Turner Contemporary at last.
Yes, which is fine, but they've fallen for the same old difficulty of mixing paintings with watercolours and drawings. The watercolours and drawings are so tender, you have to exclude the light.
The place is packed, and presumably this is people, a lot of them seeing Turner paintings and pictures for the first time, and that has to be a good thing.
Of course it has to be a good thing. It is a good thing. It's crowded.
It's tremendously popular, isn't it?
This is fine. This is as it should be. But to me it makes a point, which is that this is what people want to look at.
It has been an unqualified success in the fact they've had, I think, nearly 500,000 visitors, and they weren't really expecting more than 100,000 or so.
Well, yes, you might call that an unqualified success, but I don't think you judge success by the number of people who come to something. It's the quality of the experience. And my feeling about it was that at the very beginning, opening it as the Turner Contemporary, they made a statement about what they were going to be, contemporary. And so you had a very contemporary building which is abusive to its circumstances and time. Within the setting of the town, it's an ugly brute. And they stuffed it with 3 or 4 contemporary artists of no great reputation who served them very badly. This exhibition denies the word contemporary, and that was a great flaw. The narrow orthodoxy of we are going to stick a contemporary art exhibition.
I'm just wondering if that bothers most people, though. I can see it bothers you. I'm not sure it particularly matters to most people who come and walk around here. Now you've had a tour, what's your opinion, and is it different from what it was a year ago?
I wish that this had been my first ever impression of the gallery. Judging it by what I see today, I am hugely impressed. I still think it's a lousy staircase. I still think the lift is absurd. I still think the building is abrasive and ugly and hostile to what Margate is. But once one's in it, once one's in the galleries, it's fine. You're in another world.
I think he liked it.
I think he did.
Brian Sewell did it. They could be painting the town red, or should that be blue in Reading tomorrow, to explain Sargon.
Thank you, Fred. Yes, Reading could secure a return.